On this episode, we watched Mahou Shoujo, Naria.
No, wait. That's not right. We're supposed to watch Nanoha, Magical Striker Nanoha.
We did not have a magical experience in Naria.
All right, guys, it's been 2
Far
weeks
too
for you,
long.
but it's been a
Indeterminate
while.
amount of time.
Yeah, it's been a while for us. But welcome to episode 5 of Daijo Crew. Thank you so much
If
for
I had
sticking
pop
with
it,
us.
pop it. Fuck it. Pop.
Ah! He shot me!
What are you guys doing? What?
We're celebrating for our 5th episode.
I'm dying! He shot me!
There was no warning. You just came in and popped off. Like, anyways, thank you so much for sticking with us. It's been 5 episodes, and as always, I'm your host, Sigurd. Or what was I calling myself? Was I just saying my name?
Yeah, I don't think we have a name for each other.
You have your weird ass Twitter handle that I've never heard before this podcast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I don't think we ever said our Twitter or anything.
Okay, good. Then I'm glad that I introduced myself as Sigurd. To the right, I have.
Yeah, you don't want to say another name like, hey, who's this new guy?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, totally.
My name is Chadwick.
Then can I be Tony?
You don't
Or
want to be Tony.
Sigurd.
All right, so thanks, Julian. And then
I go by Chadwick now. It's been legally
it's
changed.
been legal. New year, new you.
Yes.
And then across from me, because we're finally sitting at a table, we have
No more bed to poop in.
yeah, no more bed to crap in. But we have
My name is Wa. You
Michael.
can follow me at DJC_Wasum. I actually decided to make a
you made
Twitter.
a Twitter.
Well, I had a Twitter. It's I think I might have explained it that I was in a class where I had to participate, and it was just my school ID or whatever.
The people are tired of this story.
Okay, I'll move on.
If you guys remember, you should tweet at Wah.
Well,
and let him
anyway,
know that
I
you
might
remember his story.
I might be more active if we get a little more active.
So yeah. So if you love Wah, you should show him that you remember him. A lot of time has passed since episode 4. So sadly I don't really have much that has happened since episode 4. Adult life has been keeping me at my job.
Well, Christmas and New Year's happened, so there's that.
Yeah. It was nice. Spent it with family. Got nothing great.
That must have been nice.
Did you not spend it with family, Julie?
I did not, because on Christmas Eve in the morning, I threw out my back and was bedridden for a week.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I
Yeah.
was there, I was laying in bed, pissing in bottles.
I wasn't.
This is the first time I've ever peed in a bottle, folks.
I was-
think
I
that's a
wasn't
first for
qui-
many people.
I wasn't quite
No.
there. I was in the same house, in a different room. I did had him yell if he needed anything or if he was in pain. Sometimes both.
I yelled a lot,
A
but not
lot.
for any particular reason except pain.
I heard that the guys had to beach whale
No. It
airlift
was
you
like
to
Free
the
Willy.
bathroom?
It was
Free
like
Willy?
Free Willy.
Fury.
They put me on the tarp and they airlifted me to the bathroom. Whole ordeal took like 3 hours.
If Free Willy could talk, he would probably say the explicit language and stuff that Julian said while we were carrying him.
I'm just imagining if it took 3 hours to get to the bathroom, that's almost half the way to Los Angeles. And everyone just
to
tolerated
get there
it.
and back.
Yeah,
You know?
And it
So the whole trip, it was basically going here to the Bay, I guess.
I see.
Like they tried to help me up, like lift me up, and they must have been pinching some arteries or something because everything just started going black.
I guess
vision was fading and my temperature was going huge, and I was
Just
like,
I guess like the
put me
killer
down,
whales at SeaWorld.
put me down, I'm gonna pass out.
I kind of figure it's kind of a similar scene where in Batman Rises, after Bane broke the Batman back, and he was kind of in the cell, and they're trying to help him finish back, but every time you move him, he was like ah.
So Julian was like, "You were
I'm
I was
Batman."
born pissing in bottles. You merely adopted to it.
No, I adopted it.
You
I
were
was
adopted
not
by
born
your
pissing in
parents.
bottles.
I see.
It wasn't until I was like 13 the first time I would pee anywhere but a toilet.
Wait, what? What?
Let's move on. How have you been, Sigurd?
I participated in another Pokemon VGC. No, was it a VGC or a mid-season showdown? Either way, I lost my Game Boy for a really long time, so I got super sad.
Did you find it?
I did find it. What it ended up being was, remember the Beat Sock?
Yeah.
I
Wow.
regret saying that out loud. The Beat Sock is a sleeve that doesn't
It's a
sound
sleeve,
right.
huh?
It's a,
What'd you put in the sleeve?
It's a cloth device where you put in a Beats Bluetooth speaker. But yeah,
Funny what the kids are calling it
so I took
nowadays.
the Beat sleeve and I put my 3DS in there for safekeeping. And when I left it in the car, it was so unassuming that I didn't think that it was my 3DS. So yeah, I was without a 3DS for 3 weeks.
See, that was the thing. Like, I like you have a 3DS, but you still call it a Game Boy.
Yeah, no,
You're just like every other mom from the 90s.
Well, no,
Everything's a Game
everyone's
Boy.
always called them Game Boys. It hasn't been a Game Boy since the Game Boy Advance. The Nintendo 3DS was a 3DS.
I don't know.
And the Nintendo DS was a DS.
I think the last handout I had was for Nintendo was a Game Boy SP, and then I had
That's
the
just the Game Boy
PSP.
Advance.
Yeah.
The Game Boy Advance SP was probably like the best and last iteration of Game Boy that probably ever existed.
Yeah, I don't think I ever had a DS.
Yeah, DSs were fine.
I like
They're
DSs.
they're not bad, but they
they're
did
not-
made so many different versions.
They're just not Game Boys.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, and Nintendo, how about that Switch?
I like it. I like the concept.
I'm guessing you didn't watch the press conference, Julian.
I did.
Okay.
I thought the new Zelda looked fantastic, but I don't really care for the Switch itself. I saw a nice gif of two dudes milking a cow with the Switch.
I did too. I saw that same game, and they were
I-
both still looking at the screen, and then the game was like looking into each other's eyes.
I really
while you milk
I really
that
like
cow.
how like into it they were. They're like, oh yeah, milking this cow.
So good.
It's like I'm doing it so hard.
Like, I heard that they're only shipping out 2 million copies to
Of the
North
Switch?
America.
Really?
Well, I think that's a
Well, not
rumor because I
copies, but
think what they said
units.
was
Units.
they won't they're actually gonna supply it well. Like they won't make the same mistake they did last time with like the Nintendo Classic. Like they're going to actually produce quite
Sure.
a lot for this one.
I hope so.
Well, that's what they said. We'll just have to see when it comes out. But it looks nice,
I'm
and the
probably-
price is not bad.
It's definitely not bad. I'm probably gonna pick one up myself because
If you can.
Yeah, if I can. The thing that I'm majorly worried about is the size of the controller. To be honest, because I have giant gorilla hands.
Big, meaty claws. These claws aren't just for mating.
Yeah, but those controllers are extremely small.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Every time I see it, it's tiny. It's like a size of a baby arm. Really, it's not that big.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
That's
really curious on like how they're going to do with people with like huge hands.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I might pick one up. We'll see. I'm debating on it because I still have my Wii U, but I'll see if they're still giving support for that or not.
I mean, honestly, a lot of the games that look like they're going to be on the Switch look very promising. We have the return of Bomberman, Fire Emblem, Shin Megami Tensei.
I haven't cared
Street
about
Fighter-
Bomberman
Street Fighter
since
2
Bomberman
looked really good.
64.
I think that's the last time we had Bomberman on a Nintendo game.
Maybe. No, I think there's been some Game Boy Advance stuff.
Has there?
I think so.
Probably it's probably not well received though, but we'll see.
Yeah, I just think it's a good party game.
Oh no, definitely Nintendo's
It's
really
alright.
good at making party games. Like I like the what was it, the Nintendo Switch Go or something, where they had a bunch of mini games like the shootout one, like the Western.
The 1-2 Switch.
Yeah, the
I
1
think
2
Arms
that was
looked
it.
really
1-2
good,
Switch.
actually.
Oh yeah,
Arms
Arm,
looks super fun.
Arm looked like a way advanced version than the Wii U Wii boxing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
so
I was
that's
king of
nice.
Wii Boxing. I'll fight anyone who says otherwise.
yeah. You kind
In Wii Boxing.
you definitely shut me down when I challenged you.
I'm glad you remember that because
I
I
s-
don't.
I still don't know how, because I felt like I was doing pretty good. And then you get like one shot in, and my guy would get knocked out. I'm like, what the fuck?
He got the power of Takamura on his side.
I see. I was trying to flicker jab you.
Ora.
Muda.
You can flicker all you
Ora,
want,
ora.
but one good punch would knock you down.
Yeah, Muda. So,
Ora, ora, ora.
That too.
Is that what we're
You got
doing?
Star Platinum too.
Muda, muda, muda.
Let's all remember who won in the canon.
Okay. Speaking of canon, let's talk about what this podcast is actually about.
You mean not our weeks? You
I
mean
th-
not
I-
Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn with the Heavensward expansion pack with Stormblood coming this summer 2017? Pre-order
Or
available
especially
now?
Final Fantasy 15.
Like, that's a pretty good reference to how this anime worked.
Is it now?
Quick aside on that. Are you going to go Red Mage or not?
No.
No. Thanks for that riveting radio suspense, Julian.
Also, you couldn't see it, but he gave a very like evil look towards Sigurd too. It's just like, why?
I don't
did
care
you
about
have
no
that?
baby teeny itty bitty boat swords. Okay? Those,
Yeah.
How do you say it? Rapiers?
Rapiers.
Rapiers?
Yeah.
Rapunzels? I don't care. Okay? I need a thick, girthy sword.
Yeah, a rapier is a gentleman's weapon, but you know when you ain't classy,
gentleman's
you
weapon?
definitely need
A
a big,
gentleman's weapon.
thick sword. Apparently,
Snap your tiny prick in half. Big hands, my
okay,
ass.
your phallicness is definitely coming strong through Final
I'm a
Fantasy
Dark Knight,
Realm
damn it!
Report. But
PvP
speaking
and
of which,
1v1 him. Like, see who's better, a Dark Knight or a Red Mage?
Yeah.
can you fight 1v1?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Now you can. They've introduced.
Yeah,
new
they it was like 3.4 they introduced.
systems.
Or?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
Are you 1v1ing people?
No.
Okay,
Why
well,
not
then you're a
1v1
scrub.
Come at me, Sigurd.
This might be the
No,
last
I don't need
podcast of
to.
Sigurd.
I don't need to. I
at
don't
me,
play
dude.
that game.
Come at me and we boxing. Let's
Ma-
go.
All right, so
We're trying to stall as long as possible to talk about this anime.
okay, Mahou Shoujo Naria. Wow, I whistled. Mahou Shoujo Naria Gozu. I think that this is a pretty special episode of the podcast, mostly because we've actually been watching real anime.
So,
For
you know,
episodes
in
1
the
through 4.
beginning, Sigurd, Julian, and Wa all tried to pick stuff, and Julian always picked the winning anime. And, you know, we had thought put into these, like, yeah, this show looks like it would shit the bed pretty well.
Yeah,
But this time what happened?
so I got sick and tired of
Oh
watching.
yeah. You even mentioned this on the last
Yeah.
podcast. You're like, you're tired of the Saving the World anime.
Save-
What did you pick this time?
It's not just saving the world anime. It was saving the world with magical powers or some kind
Really?
of tokusatsu themed esque thing.
Can you tell me what the name of this anime is again?
Mahou Shoujo Naria Kurosu.
Oh man, I don't know Japanese too well. What's those first two words mean?
You don't know English very well either.
I do not. Explain it to me.
It's magical girls Nadia days. Whatever.
You really
Why are
want
you
me-
coming on me like I made this anime? Because I clearly didn't.
No, you clearly picked it. You
I picked a winner. I don't know what you guys talked about.
Yeah.
All right, so what is Mahou Shoujo Naria Gozu? I'll explain. It was the first time we picked a series where it was basically those like 5-minute short animes. We've been watching like full length animes where I had like a real season.
Like 24 or 30 minutes long animes.
Yeah, and this one I didn't know that it would be this way. I was just looking through ratings, and most of the ones that I picked were I was like, maybe this one didn't do too good. Nope, everyone loves this one. I watched Sweetness and Lightning by myself because it was nice from this break. I actually watched like anime that people enjoy. But Mahou Shoujo Naria Kurosu had 2 stars only, and it earned those 2 stars. So
It did not. It should have 1 or if none.
yeah, it was rough. It was definitely rough for 5. Well, let's go into the plot if we can call there being a plot.
There's totally a plot.
Yeah,
A
there's
deep,
a story.
underarching plot
A
that you have to dig real deep, just like in Dark Souls.
It sounded like you were about to go into it, so I got excited. So with Mahou Shoujo Naria girls, we have 3 girls who are second-year middle school students, Urara, Inaho, and Hanabi. And every episode, which again is around 5 minutes long, they start off by kind of introducing maybe what the episode will be about. Like, I don't know. This episode, we're going to be magical girls. I think that's the first episode. And then there's about 2 minutes of improv of them just talking about random stuff, kind of like a podcast almost,
It follows a
It's-
very
formulated.
It's very podcast like, and also like one of those like the Japanese variety shows where they have the stars or the idols come on and they kind of talk about random stuff.
yeah. The first 2 minutes is hey, just do stuff.
Yeah, like
Like you can
I
hear,
thought there
you
was
can
a-
hear them laugh in the background too. Like
Yeah,
they
that's-
snicker.
and it triggered me. Oh, about this anime, they had like interesting scenes in which like the talking is happening over a picture, kind of like a visual novel style.
Yeah.
And then
you
it
tricked us
gets
into watching a visual novel.
Yeah, and then it drops into, I don't know if you guys use this program, but it's called Face Rig, in which you have a camera that looks at your face, and on the screen it'll take like an anime girl's head, and when you open your mouth or blink or whatever, it'll change their facial expressions to make it look like you are a magical girl on the screen.
Yeah.
I use it sometimes when I tried to stream. I still have Face Rig. It's pretty fun. But I think that it was just like a test run to see if they could do whole body capture in Mahou Shoujo.
Yeah, I think they call it like Killa. It's like digital live action motion captured.
Mhm.
But it's basically they kind of captured their movement, but it's really weird too because you see them clip through the clothes and
or
the
through
body
each other.
Yeah.
through the boobs especially. Like they
themselves.
always clip through like their chests and everything.
Yeah.
The titties ain't real.
So there'd be 2 minutes of that, and then for the cutscene, they would show another visual character that's like visual novel character, and that was like the monster. And the monster introduces a scene. So he picks the cast. It will be Urara, Hinabi, and Inaho, and then says like, in this scene, someone's trying to sell your house and you've been living here, and then the person that knocks on the door is a stranger who's trying to buy it. And then for the next 2 minutes, they act that out. And then main character makes some kind of game where they have to improv that. And then their little white magical creature, kind of like if you watched Madoka, the little creature that always asked if they wanted to make a contract, would be like, quick, transform. While transforming, talk about...
He'll give them another prompt.
Yeah, I'll give them another
It's
prompt.
multiple prompt on top of each other.
Yeah, so you get like basically like 3 prompts, and then they would tie in a little bit of story at the very end after they defeated the monster. The fun part was that
When the grandma died?
monsters were usually some kind of guest star, and they would promote. They would promote as they die.
Yeah, please buy Final Fantasy 15 this September.
Exactly.
Listen to my debut.
2 new songs are coming out by Kenichi on August 21st. Listen to them, kind of thing. And then they would weave in a little bit of story. I'm gonna say what I believe the story was, and then it sounds like Julian, like you really you scratched at it to find the deep
It scratched at me.
meaning. It scratched you.
It's
like a
open
cat.
and it's like an open story where you can any part of the story you say is probably right. Like you
It's
get
not
you,
a choose your own adventure, but if you just open the book, that's your story.
it's the book is blank. You make your own story.
So, so basically, these middle school students want to be magical girls in the first 2 episodes.
Nope.
I wouldn't say they wanted to be. It just kind
They
of
were
happened.
chosen or something.
Sure, chosen.
It's like
yeah.
all the other magical girls. They're kind of chosen.
And
Not a lot of
so-
them like to be.
So they need to build up the power of Naria so that they can. Each Naria is like a season. So there was spring, summer, and autumn. Those were the 3 girls. Main character was Urara. She was Naria Spring. Inaho was the purple
She was
uniform wearing
autumn.
one. She was autumn, and the last one, Hanabi, was summer.
Mm-hmm.
And what they were trying to build up power for was to defeat the evil Nadia Winter Queen or something like that.
Or Ice Queen, I think.
Eventually, the first 4 episodes just were kind of like typical fight the monster, and then in episode 5,
Air quote fight.
and then on episode 5, Spring's grandma died and said, "Oh, your mother's not dead, right?
She's abandoned you.
She abandoned you."
Don't be mad at her.
And then her dad was like, "Oh, you were born a stillborn, and your mother loved you, and she made a great wish to Nadia to bring you back to life. But much like in Full Metal Alchemist, you have equivalent exchange, and the Nadia absorbed her in order for you to have life.
I think they also
Okay,
mentioned that
good night.
too.
I love you, sweetie. Bye.
Yeah, no, that was like one of the only two parts that I kind of laughed at. There was a still of her crying in her bed, and the father opened
She
the door.
just found out that her mother was Naria Winter or whatever.
Yeah,
and he was
Ice Queen.
explaining that backstory. It was like,
You were
oh yeah, you're
stillborn.
stillborn. Your mom is the Ice Queen. She made a wish, and all the monsters coming after you were things you used to love. All right, good night, honey.
Yeah.
And he walked away. She's like, what?
All the things that we fought were things I loved. And yeah,
She loves mushrooms.
they lose all their Nadia power to one monster, and then the next two episodes they fight like the Ice Queens.
They go to Naria.
Yeah, they basically go to Nadia, and
They
with
take the fight to them.
the power of sacrificing, because Summer and Autumn sacrificed their powers to get Urara to
Sacrifice
see
their
them.
powers?
Well, okay, Hanabi
Sacrifice
died.
their lives. They both
yeah.
died.
Yeah, that's true. They both died.
Hanabi became Hanabi. That means firework in Japanese.
Okay, thanks.
I think that
Hold on, wait. Today's Japanese word of the day. Brought
Is
to you by Julian.
Hanabi.
you're telling me it's not Narnia?
Gomu gomu no Hanabi.
And Hanabi means what?
Fireworks.
All right, so 4th of July, when you want to weeb it up with your mom, you're like, hey, Mom, where are our Hanabi?
And she says, go to your room. You're not allowed to watch the fireworks anymore.
You were born a stillborn. And all the things
Technically, you weren't born if you're still. Well,
Has anyone ever? Anyways, so
Her mother abandoned him before he
so
was born.
Hanabi explodes, and then
Autumn got crushed by a thing.
rocks.
I feel
thought
like
it was a
that
gate.
totally could have been avoidable.
Yeah,
somehow.
totally.
Yeah, she shot
Like,
them
because
away
there
with
was a
her.
standing at the gate, like, hey, look, we're about to go in. I'm pushing you in because these rocks are falling. What?
And then Urara transforms into like super magical girl mode and uses her power of sentimental love or something like that to return her mom back to her original state, and then mom passes
into
away.
dust.
And then we get the ending theme song. And that's it.
You
That's
No.
the plot.
You miss a couple of important things. I don't
You
think.
missed the part where she sacrificed herself and went.
She wanted to sacrifice herself.
No, she did.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, don't you remember after the end? Did you watch the ending cutscene?
I did. Well, kinda. I got to the ending theme song.
With them talking
Oh, wait.
afterwards?
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, you
yeah,
didn't-
she fucking
there was an
like
after credit.
sh-
You didn't
know
see
how
that?
her mom like turned her. She had a stillborn child.
Yeah.
Like she made like time go, I guess, way back to then, and I guess she was still stillborn, and there was like a boy born instead of her,
Uh-huh.
and she just stopped existing in order to bring her friends back from being dead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And that was it?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she basically became a boy or something like
So
that.
she wished herself out of existence because with her not being born a stillborn, none of this would have ever happened.
Yes. And either they had a boy later on or something. I don't know.
Huh. Well, that got a lot more deep. I guess I should have
Yeah.
watched the very ending credit.
Shouldn't have been so hasty.
But TSM was playing.
and
They
you
finished
really
up.
didn't want to watch this anymore.
All right. Yeah. So here, since we've given you a quick synopsis, we're going to improv an episode of Mahou Shoujo.
Really gonna put them through this?
Yeah.
Well, no, we're
Nadia
going to do it so
Boyzu.
they don't have to watch the 12 episode we have to watch.
I'm not a theater major. I don't know if I can do this.
I have a biology degree.
And we
Economics
proved
over
how
here.
good that was.
Yeah. So, all right.
That ain't gonna get you shit in Weeboxing.
All right. So Mahou Shoujo Naria Boyzu.
Okay.
Hey guys. we should
Speak
be,
up.
we should be magical boys and make money by being idols.
But how? How?
How?
How?
I hope none of us say, "Oh, I don't hope to be a magical boy."
Oh, I hope I don't become a magical boy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to get someone else to say it. You're not supposed to say it yourself. You failed.
Oh.
You lost this game.
Oh man.
game?
Oh.
No, it's not a game.
Can I
It's
get a
never
second
been a
life?
game.
Huh?
Can I get a second life? Retry?
If,
we do?
If you
We
if
do?
you
We
eat
do?
this green mushroom, you can.
I see a green mushroom. Nom 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 nom.
I can't believe you ate that mushroom. Look like a dick.
You're gonna die. There's no such thing as a one-up mushroom in real life, loser.
Oh man. Hey guys, we gotta be magical boys and idols so you can cure me, so you can pay for my medical bills.
We need to get magical powers to cure his
Mushroom
AIDS.
Mushroom AIDS.
Hey,
We're surprisingly,
must go
yeah,
on.
No, we're surprisingly doing pretty well. This is pretty
this
accurate.
is
so far.
very
Yeah,
accurate.
this is-
with everyone talking over each other too. That's how they did it.
that's how they
And lots of giggling.
Okay.
Look, you guys are watching
hold
12 episodes of it.
No, quick cutscene. All right, so this is when the visual novel screen of a monster comes up, and it would be like, I am the evil monster, Neat Boy, and I have been making this podcast, and I hope it's successful. And we're just making this happen so that you don't have to watch this terrible anime. I'm gonna make the boys imagine that they're in an esports team for Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn, and one of them's gonna be a red mage, and the other two are gonna be a healer, and then a tank that doesn't like to tank, and the red mage is gonna want to be a DPS guy, but he has to be a healer. Okay, listen to this podcast.
Cure.
Quit
Here.
wasting your mana, you idiot.
Yeah,
Here.
we don't even have a bard. It's
Benefit.
benefit.
That's not even the right class.
Look, I need to start taking damage. I'm the tank, and I need to start dealing the damage so I can get the aggro.
You don't deal damage, you idiot.
No, but I have to deal the damage so I get the aggro.
That sword is for making people angry, not doing damage.
How do I DPS?
No, I'm the DPS.
No, I'm the DPS.
No, it's me.
No, but
Cleric stance.
No.
hey,
Kier,
can anyone give me more money for our guild house?
We're in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, but there's monsters dropping money. You should just trade me that money now so that I safely
There's
have
no
it.
trading in instances. You're
Oh.
a tank.
No, I'm.
Hey guys,
Please,
which
deal
one's better,
damage.
Raise
Please.
or Ascend? Which one's better?
Please flash more.
I thought it was. This is my first time going through this dungeon, guys.
Cure.
Oh my
Cure.
goodness.
Are we-
Who's paying you? Who's sponsoring you? How are we on the same team?
Oh yeah, TSM. we gotta beat the other team, guys.
It's PvE. There is no other team.
No, but we're esports now.
Please, the monsters are hitting me.
Oh wait, hold on. I gotta do
How
some
do I
damage.
AoE heal?
Wait, my limit break is up. Let me use it now.
No, no, tank LB.
All right, I took out that eyeball.
That
We should
didn't
be
do
safe.
anything. Oh my goodness.
Okay, look.
Cure.
I'm in a party full of idiots.
If we're gonna find out how to get through this dungeon, guys, there's only one way to do this. Each
You
of us-
tank, and you stop running out of
no,
MP.
No. We're gonna
Ether.
we're gonna each rap about how awesome our job class is and what our esports team should be named. Okay, that's when you got to finish it off, and then you got to make up a cheer for. You'll end it with the cheer for your esports team. So I'm gonna go first. Wait, no.
Please
I'm gonna,
do, because I can't
no,
rap.
hold on. Healer, you go first.
Cure.
Raise. Cleric
Cure.
stance. Cure. Go. Wait, hold on. It's not Timberwolf. Who was what? Alliance.
Alliance. Okay, that wasn't very good at all. I don't think you're gonna win this.
I'm just here to get accommodation. Okay.
Why won't this tank draw aggro? This dungeon is going so slow. Oh my god, this healer's out of MP. What did I do to make God do this to me?
Oh, that's pretty good.
I just wanted to play Red Mage after the expansion.
I want more
These
gills so I can
monsters
build this
keep
mansion.
hitting my shin.
Wow, that's real. That was real Slim Shady like.
How come you haven't said the team name yet? This isn't the solo album.
This is obviously not a team because teamwork will make the dream work, but this dream is dead.
Dream was not clear.
Team X-Men.
There you go. Okay. Yo. My palms are sweaty. I need to do damage already. I got
Fucking
vomit on my sweater already. Some spaghetti.
Put
I wish
on your
I had
tank
spaghetti
stance.
so that I could do the damage.
Shield oath.
Get the tentacle noodles up in the hemorrhage. Go DPS.
You're a
DPS. DPS.
Look at your
DPS,
icon, it's
DPS.
blue.
All right. Okay. Oh, quick. It was the monster doing this to eyes. Quickly transform and talk about your worst fear.
I was going to swimming lessons and they told us to dive. I dove, but I never rose. Then my dad saved me. Naria, third.
I watched way too much of the first Jurassic Park movie when I was a child, and every time that dude stuck his hand in the thing and got his arm eaten or whatever, I don't even remember, but I'm afraid of dinosaurs. Naria, Amazon!
One time, my friend made me go through a haunted house, and then every actor was picking on me until I was crying in a corner, calling for my mom while my friend laughed. Nadia, red! Quick, use her final attack!
Galactic
Girthy!
Super
Cannon!
Quickly, please keep listening to this podcast. I'm so sorry I'm putting you through this.
The end.
The end.
There you go. Repeat that maybe about repeat that 12 more times and
You've
should
made
watch
yourself
this
an anime.
Also, maybe throw in some like 3D models jumping around. There you go.
Yeah. And again, I'm so sorry that we put you through that, but we had to
He's
give you the
not.
true experience. Here, we're going to go through a musical break and we'll continue this podcast.
What music are we going to put on?
You know what? I would like to put the ending theme song, but we may not be able to find it because the anime was terrible. All right. Hopefully you guys are still with us. I hope you enjoyed that musical break. You know, I'm not going to be able to pick the song at this very moment, but I think for this one, we picked something that's probably more enjoyable to listen to so that they can, you know.
What you just
Reset
heard
their
was
ears.
called vaporware.
I love vaporware.
I think this one's called Where Are You Going? For those of you, because we're doing a radio podcast, Julian closed his eyes, opened his mouth slightly, and nodded in delight. So
No, I was trying to. I just lost words. I didn't have any words. I was trying to say something. I was like,
He's speechless. Pretty too good.
yeah.
vaporware is good.
So yeah, that was the experience that we listened to for 12 episodes. It was definitely a unique experience. After every 4, I had to take a break. I couldn't, even though those episodes were 5 minutes long and it was the shortest season of something we had to watch, it was a little unbearable.
I don't know.
for
I'm
me.
not sure if it's the technique or the way they did it, but They made 8 minutes feel really long.
Really long, exactly.
Well,
Like, that's some great technique if they can make 8 minutes feel like an hour.
Well, the way that I see it is usually people say if you're having fun, time flies by. I was not having any fun, so yeah. The next segment that we're gonna go into is our short scripts. What is it called? Like something trap, Netflix trap. I don't know if we should be saying Netflix because that's a company.
video streaming service trap.
Video streaming service.
I think
trap.
it's fine if we say we're not sponsored by them. It's just a name.
No,
We're just
please,
calling them
Netflix,
We'll
sponsor
just-
us.
That'd be awesome. We'll call it show trap for now. But for
it was like clickbait or something. I thought
yeah, we'll call it.
we should
clickbait.
really write down our like show titles and
Fake
stuff.
news. Anyway, so
Bait and switch.
bait and switch. Basically, what this is obviously you guys have tried to figure out what to watch on streaming services that have like Breaking Bad or other TV shows. They usually have like a short description right before you actually go into the the show. And we're gonna give you ours for Mahou Shoujo Naria Girls. So let's kick it off with Julian.
Mahou Shoujo Naria girls are here. Urara, Hanabi, and Inaho must confront the terrifying Ice Queen and her monster army before all of Narnia is lost. Will the cost of the things they lose along their journey be worth it all? Come into the world of Naria to find out.
Did you say Narnia in a small part there?
Who knows? I don't know.
All right, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, that actually sounds like a real anime.
I will. Yeah.
Yeah, a real bait and switch, wouldn't you say?
Pretty good. All right,
Makes you think there's something more to it.
Michael, you're next.
What did you just call me?
Michael.
Yeah, what Chadwick called you earlier?
Huh?
What Chadwick called you earlier
Oh, when did you say it?
in your intro?
When we introduced each other, Michael?
Yeah,
Oh.
Michael.
Michael?
No one call me Michael. They call me Wah.
Go ahead.
Really?
Don't you dare.
Michael.
And don't get snippy and call me Mikey or Mike.
Michael.
No, it's not good.
Michael.
Yeah, that
I was going for The Office.
No, you should go for the Metal Wolf Chaos Michael.
Richard Hawks.
Michael Wilson.
Michael Wilson. All right. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay.
That was a large ass snip. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was I'm kind of coming out of a cold, so I might sound a bit different.
Okay.
Anyways, three friends encounter a mystical being that grants them the ability to transform into magical girls, battling their way to the Ice Queen and her army. What topic would they discuss next?
Pretty good.
I like it.
I think you guys destroyed me because,
I feel like you always say that.
well, this is justified. Here we go.
Let's go.
Whose line it is anyway? Do you know? Neither do I. Quick, come up with a catchy description while you transform to defeat evil. Mahou Shoujo Naria Kurasu.
That one was pretty good too.
I like it. I like them both.
Well, I guess we should probably discuss. Yeah, it's the way the prompts and the way they acted was very. Whose line is it anyways? Like,
Yeah, that's what I. That's
yeah,
what
it
I
was
said.
very.
Thanks
It was
for
very,
taking
yeah,
that
it was-
away from
yeah,
me.
it was very improv. Sorry, I thought we were discussing now.
You thought because you shoehorned it in there.
Yeah, you did.
You were
You're
doing
just
Netflix
like-
descriptions, and you're just like, "This is my agenda. Let's go."
I wanted to jump
Just
right
like
into
you
it. all right?
stole the healer role.
Yeah, and you tried to steal my punchline at the beginning of this podcast.
Dang,
What
are you
yours
really
is mine,
here?
and
Or you
what's
a
mine
thief?
is mine.
This is yours. This is
mine.
mine.
I created this.
So the next part of this podcast that Wall was trying to force us in with this segue, is where we each give our ratings and kind of discuss what the experience of watching the anime. I think I'll kick it off with this one. Out of all the anime that we've watched so far, I've been consistently giving them around the score of 4, 3. I don't think I've given anything a 2. And it sounds like I'm probably going to give this one a pretty low rating, but I think actually pretending to do an episode of it kind of opened my eyes to the genius that is Mahou Shoujo Naria Girls. And I did become happy at the end of every episode,
When everyone dies.
no, at the end of
That's when I
every
got happy.
episode, when the theme song came on, because there's supposed to be idols as well, right? So. Again,
Julian
great
shakes his
radio. Julian is shaking his head instead of contributing to the conversation.
I'm not trying to interrupt you.
You can.
I don't
It's
care.
radio.
I don't
Well,
care if the
look
people
what you did.
know.
You interrupted them anyways. You might as well have said no.
Yeah.
For the audience.
No. I just want him to silently know that I disapprove.
But I'm gonna give. Okay, when I first was watching this after 4 episodes, I'm like, this is absolute poop. But after finishing it, I'm gonna give it a 4, which is the same thing I believe that I
Wow.
gave as Active Raid, because that was terrible to watch, but it was a lot longer. So, yeah, I think 4. I mean, this is something I think if I understood Japanese and didn't have to read subtitles, it would be more enjoyable.
You know, I'm pretty sure that is the case.
I think that's the way to go about watching any of those kind of animes.
I don't think this anime is meant for anyone who's not a Japanese person native
Yeah.
to Japan.
They even were like citing gags or like other comedians and like, oh yeah, I'm close with that person, which made me kind of wonder, are they comedians that are trying to break into the voice acting line of work, or if they were voice actors who were just like, I hang out with
I think they're
comedians.
idols. I
You
think
think
they're
they're real idols?
I think they're real idols, and I think that this is just like a promotional show for them. This kind of thing.
Yeah. Episode 5 has one of the people who produced the show as their monster guest person, and in his little cutscene thing, he says, you know, like, I'm the monkey monster. I'm not sure why I'm here or why I have to give an ad lib, but I was surprised that I worked on an anime very similar to this by the same company, and he named the anime. It had to deal with like monkeys or whatever. And he goes, and when they asked me if I wanted to come back, I said, they plan on doing another show like this again. And then I came to the studio and said, oh wow, they are really doing another show like this again. And the fact that like it wasn't taken seriously, that episode 5 kind of made me go like, okay, I don't have to take this seriously, because when we watch these animes, we watch it with a purpose to discuss. And yeah, he kind of opened my eyes, so that's why I'm giving it a 4.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you guys?
I think that you're right about the whole. Well, I said it. You need to be Japanese for this one. Like, there's a lot of
Well, at
wordplay
least no
gags.
Japanese puns and stuff or something like that. I
You
wouldn't
have
say
to be
you had to
fluent
be
in Japanese. I feel like being Japanese and being a part of their culture and like all that idol stuff would help a lot too.
I mean, I like idols, but I like K-pop idols. So.
Yeah, but you're not like deep into it.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not.
You know, it's hard to say. You know, you're not the neat kind.
The neat. I'm pretty neat.
No.
I'll
No.
talk.
Oh,
to
you
level.
mean
Yeah,
NEET.
Yeah. But yeah, unlike everything else we watched, they weren't taking this serious. Like, you could tell from the like. I'd give this a 2 out of 10
Uh-huh.
because I know. I would give this a 1 out of 10, but I'm going to forgive them because I don't know Japanese, and I'm not a part of this world. And this isn't like a show meant for an American audience, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
And I'm also gonna give them that other half a point for just not trying. Like everyone else, they tried really hard. Like Skyriders X, holy shit, man, they were serious. They were like, we're putting together a good product, let's go. And then this one is just like,
It's basically our podcast where we're just laughing at each other.
It's a 3 idiots laughing.
no.
But that's
It's
super best
Sigurd
friends.
laughing at us.
Yeah. Now I'm conscious of my laugh.
Don't be conscious of your laugh. It's just, you know, it's either you're easy to make laugh or we're just
For
hilarious.
Christ's sake, it's like an expression of like joy. Let them have it.
I'm not making fun of your laugh.
He didn't take it away from me.
What?
I just said that I become
Oh my god, all the misunderstandings.
Yeah, don't be. It's like it's you showing that you like things.
But yeah, I dislike this a lot, but it doesn't offend me. So 2 out of 10.
All right.
Like honestly, I like short animes. Like short animes are really good.
Uh-huh.
Like my favorite is probably be like Space Luluco, Space Patrol Luluco. Like that was 7 minutes long, and they were able to put comedy, story, and everything all together in like such a short amount of arc and everything. And I think they only had 13 episodes.
Spoiler alert: Space Patrol Luluco will never be on this podcast.
Because it was good, apparently.
Yeah, it's good. Like short. I mean, like it's short anime have the ability to like kind of get to the point, but also like be short, basically. You guys make me feel mean because I did not enjoy it at all. Like, no, I get it. Like,
why would you feel mean?
Because
Hand
I'm
them down the one.
yeah, I'm
It's
giving them a 1 out of 10. Because
Wow.
like because I get what you guys are saying. Because I don't know Japanese like period. I don't know like who these people are. I don't know much about this industry. When I went to go look it up, I found absolutely nothing. And the joke that kind of flew over my head. The whole production's like, I think the mode caption is really weird. Especially like, when they like clip to each other, clip through their boobs, like when they move through their chest, like it goes inside them, and you're like,
really bothers Wa. Wa's mentioned this twice now.
like it's like
We know the answer to
there
the
was-
question for Wall.
We know
there
what
was-
Wa was
yeah,
looking
there
at.
was a time where one of our roommate, she asked us something, and like
And
I was
she
talking to
clipped
her,
through her
and then I turned back to watch, and I'm like, I don't think I missed anything, or I gained or lost anything from like not paying attention for like a minute.
Yeah, a lot of it just went over our heads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the joke didn't click with me, or it didn't went over my head. Like, I get it. Like, I think if you knew like the puns and like you actually understood the joke, it might actually be kind of fun. Especially when we were kind of improving just a moment ago. That was actually surprisingly
That
fun.
was surprisingly
But
fun.
but then watching this is like as an audience, like as just watching it, it's like, oh, I did not enjoy that at all. So I gave it a 1 out of 10. Like,
Do you think that's why people make fun of going to improv shows? Because the people that are really having fun are just the people doing the improv and not the audience?
kind of like I feel like
No,
improv
no,
is
no.
somewhat like
Be
it's
funny.
well, yeah, some can be funny, but
Some can, but I mean,
a lot of it
a lot
can
of
go over
people
your head.
knock on improv like shows, much like people knock on barbershop quartets, but both can be enjoyable. I loved Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's why I made
Yeah, who knocks on whose line is it anyway?
no one knock. Well, the new people.
That's an improv show. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I mean like real, like if you go to L.A. like a comedy show and try
Oh.
to just go to
It's
a
cool to
random
hate.
one. It is cool to hate.
or it's cool to hate things you don't understand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, people do that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
It's like I hate you guys.
Especially in the United States right now. I'm not making this a political podcast. I did that one time by accident. and it was
Dating the
supposed to be a joke.
podcast.
Yeah, done.
Quit
yeah.
shooting
Are you
yourself in
happy?
the foot.
Are you happy now with your anti-Obama agenda?
No, I never was anti-Obama.
Really? What episode was that, guys? Check it. Episode 3.
It was a joke.
It was the one about the government. That must have been big order.
It must have been
Three.
big.
It was 3.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say I didn't vote for where we are right now. So
Wow, you didn't even vote?
I did vote, but not for where we are right now, since we're trying not to date the podcast. So,
You won't believe who's president.
It's Bernie Mac, back from the dead.
I would enjoy that, especially if he brought
Our
back his sitcom.
Third black president.
Oh, okay.
I've taken pride in being your last black president.
Yep, because the end of the world is coming. We didn't find Voltron. We're improving again, and we should stop doing that. So,
Yeah, before we say something offensive, don't
what
we?
else do we do on this podcast? I
There's the Yahoo Answers.
yeah,
There's
so,
the listen. I mean, there's the listener emails. That's a thing.
That is a thing.
Hopefully we'll start getting them and we can actually start reading your guys' questions. But for now, enjoy this.
Yeah, so basically, if you guys, I think we mentioned our plan before, but we said that we wanted to get 5 episodes deep, and welcome to the 5th episode. From here on out, we're gonna try to be.
You made it.
Yeah,
Maybe more live,
Looks
I guess.
like we made it. But anyways, we're gonna now be producing content not in like real time, but like the episodes will be current. We're sticking to our schedule. So
Maybe getting somewhere closer to like the actual current season too, maybe.
yeah, and with that, this segment where we've been doing listener emails, we've had no listener emails because you guys didn't know where to write because we've never produced an episode out.
You guys
But-
never.
No, you don't even
Heard
know
this.
this exists yet.
And so from
brewing.
now on, it will count. But if you would like to email us any questions about, I don't know, anything, maybe anime related or what we thought about an episode, anime suggestions, pictures of dogs on motorcycles, dank memes. What else would you like to get emails of?
Pictures of Spider-Man.
Or you can get picture. Wow, what do you want pictures of?
You know, his boobies.
matter what you want pictures of. Anyways, so
I was going to say picture of Yahoo Answers, but I guess it
you
doesn't
want
matter.
pictures of Yahoo Answers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please do our work for us.
But yeah, we'll be more than happy to interact with you guys, our listeners. Probably a lot of you guys are our friends, and I would like to interact with you
Oh,
guys. on
right.
this
They could send
platform.
us emails too. We're going to tell our friends and families about this. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, man.
They can
Are-
tell
are
us
you
how
ready?
disappointed they are in us.
I'm glad my mom doesn't know technology that well.
Your grandma?
My mom.
Well, no, but will your grandma be listening to us? No.
No.
Okay. So
Julian,
so
why
we're
you say such profanity over the net?
Yeah, man. That's old, man.
Oh, okay. So we won't.
This can't get out.
We won't show your grandma.
Kill the podcast.
Cut it.
Kill switch, blackout, blackout.
So I guess we'll just jump into it. So for our first question, I can English.
Questioning.
Here we have one, and the question goes: can someone help me make a magical girl anime plot?
Is that yours or mine?
That was yours.
It's yours.
Oh, phew.
So if you had to make a magical girl anime plot, what would you go with, Julian?
How about Wa goes first? I feel like I go first a lot. Let's switch it up.
All right.
Oh man, the pressure's on now.
I mean, I can go first if you'd like.
It's hard to say. Like, I do see a lot of the magical girl kind of fall in the same plot where it's like a little girl and then like she meet like some sort of magical creature, grant her the power, and then she then fight things.
That is the general plotline of magical
yeah,
girl
but
animes.
it's a classic kind of thing. It's not much you can change for him. You can't just be I've been a magical girl since birth kind of thing. Well, there gotta be one, but yeah, I guess all of them kind of fall in the same plotline. So
What do
you
you mean a
can't
magical girl since
you
birth?
can't go wrong with the classic like girl walks, see a magic cat, dog, bird, something, gain power, fight weird crazy things, and transform.
Okay, so
I'm not a writer, okay?
my
Very
plot
clearly.
my plot would be an older office lady, like 35 plus, maybe 35 to
So
40.
she'll be a magical woman.
yeah.
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah. And so like instead of like a magical animal, like the 6-pack of beer she buys one day is like
It's magical.
it's magical, yeah. And every time she gets drunk, she transforms. And shoot, the evil that she's fighting is I don't know what it is. It's some subterranean people from the center of the earth, and they're trying to take over the world.
Ninja Turtles.
Sure, she's fighting turtles.
She's fighting
Thank
turtles
you
that
for
are
helping me
ninjas.
write my plot. You are a writer. And then yeah. So she has to fight them, and that's all I've worked out so far.
That's actually not bad. I would actually kind of watch that. That sounds
actually
really funny.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's also super original. So like it's not.
Yeah, because we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You can't get more original than that.
I'm sorry. Do you know any other like anime that fight Ninja Turtles?
Ninja
I don't think
Turtles?
so.
Naruto. They fought water people.
They fought a turtle too.
Yeah, it was the three-tailed beast. So,
Okay, so
Sigurd, what's your plot?
so
Yeah.
point me. Okay, that was a really good one, Julian. I'm kind of sad. If I had to make a magical girl,
Sigurd, that was a really good one, Julian Raudes.
what?
You keep on saying that. That was really
I don't know. Maybe you're just really good at this.
Quit tooting my horn.
Honking it, right? Anyways,
Honk, honk.
there were no honkers. Wait, there were honkers in this. Anime.
Inaho had
Yeah,
like
huge.
the
honkers.
clippiest titties.
Boomer opai.
You could fit your entire head in those bazongas.
There were 4 like episodes where they literally just kept making opai jokes.
Yeah, that's what. Like, I read the subtitle and I'm like, did the subber kind of just went off and did sub his own thing, or are they actually saying that? And
Oh, they
like,
were totally saying it.
yeah, like I hear the keyword opai and I'm like, oh yeah, I know they're talking about boobs.
Yeah. Good job, Wa.
Keyword.
Keyword. Wa's Japanese word of the day. What was it, Wa?
Boomer. Boobs.
Okay.
Opai, fine.
There you
Opai.
go. Good job.
What?
So if I had to make
Stop
a
asking
magical
me for
girl
me.
anime, what I would do, I would have a middle-aged woman who likes to make. She's like a scientist, and she makes robots, and she's lonely, so she makes a robot girl, and with the power of love, it becomes a magical robot girl. Kind of like Astro Boy, but not. It's like Magic Girl instead.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Astro.
I know. Or Mega Man.
Her dead
Actually,
daughter
that's
died
what
and she
we'll do.
remade her.
And then Mahou Shoujo
Can
girl.
robot be magical girls?
Yeah.
No,
why
no,
not?
no. We're not getting into this. We're not getting into this right now.
And then from every evil thing that she defeats, she can absorb a part of their power. And
Oh, so
she'll
Mega
have-
Man, okay.
And she'll have a dog
So
named,
this is Mega Man.
named Hayaku. And
Wow.
and and they go on and defeat the evil that's attacking their world.
Dr. Light.
No, Dr.
Oh, Dr. Wily. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Dr. Miley.
Miley. It's
And
actually
she's a girl.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus is in the anime, and she's like, she destroys things with her tongue.
She went crazy.
Yeah.
And she make fun of Asian people
She
in
did?
photos. Did you guys not remember that?
Oh yeah, she squinted her eye. She pulled her
Like
eyes,
her and her
pulled
friends kind of like did the thing where she pulled her eyes so it looked like it's really
Were they
like
in Japan or something? Or
no.
Like on
They were at
Instagram
some
or
party
something.
and it's it's intentional because I think the one Asian guy that was in that photo
Uh-huh.
opened his eyes as wide as he could, so it was like
Oh,
they'll try to be
oh,
opposite,
okay.
and
There they
she
go.
got hit by the Asian community super
Pretty
hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think one of her quote was just like, "I'm sorry, I was just trying to make a goofy face," and then the Asian community was like,
so our face is goofy.
yeah, like Asian people have goofy faces," and she's like,
Well, there's no winning here, so
Yeah,
just
like-
crucify me and be done with it.
she's still making songs.
Our second question: best transformation in anime.
Ooh, spicy.
I was gonna say active raid.
When you say transformation, like, does that include gatai?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think that's a
Well, yeah, where do you draw the line? Because I mean,
transformation. I think is changing your suit or clothes to have more power. So like tokusatsu, magical girls, they transform.
In anime, you say?
Yeah, best transformation
in anime. I was gonna say something from like Kamen Rider had some good transformation, but that's not technically anime.
It's not.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and just take this one, but I really enjoyed Kill la Kill's.
You know, that's the only thing I'm thinking of.
That
right
is
now.
the only thing.
That was a good one.
It was pretty good.
Ryuko's in general. I like hers.
I like Satsuki's.
I'm sure you do. You Satsuki fanboy.
It's really good because like in the beginning you're like, oh wow, that's really like exotic, but then at the end you're like, oh, that's super sick.
Yeah. I mean,
Like you'll see him at being naked anymore. You see Sasuke as like she's running down the hall naked, and you're like, oh, she's doing sick backflips now.
yeah. If you can look past that, man, Kill la Kill gets even better.
Definitely. So are we all in agreement then?
I don't know. I mean, like, I think about stuff like Sailor Moon and Cardcaptor Sakura,
Yeah.
and
the
I'm just like, I'm
classics.
not really impressed by them. And I actually don't watch all that much. Oh, whoa. Why am I thinking of only girls? What dudes transform?
The zombie wa desu ka?
I've never seen that.
That one.
Oh.
The guy was a magical girl.
I'm more.
I was
into,
more like
robots.
funny than cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit! No.
I
Best transformation scene has to go to the Ginga Bishonen.
Oh,
holy
Star
cow! Yeah, that's
Driver.
actually a really good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
is a good
I
one.
think
I was thinking, I'm like, yeah,
in
that's
episode 2 was it when
It's a peach.
Monochrome is playing and he hops into it. Yeah, I think that might just be the best transformation scene.
I think the music definitely helped a lot.
It does.
It
Oh goodness.
visual music and the whole scene is what put it all together.
Yeah. My vote is for Takuto.
Okay. So it leaves you.
It's a combination of mecha and
Yeah.
That's
magical.
all your
boys.
favorite things. Dudes and
I like dudes.
you like dudes.
God, which one to choose from? I gotta think about all the ones I've seen. But Star Driver does have one of the better transformation sequence, so
yeah.
I
Yes.
think I might put my vote into that one for now
Star Driver.
until I can think of another one.
Well,
you let us know.
Stealing another answer.
Ooh.
I'm just playing with you. Don't look at me like that.
At least I let
feel
him
the
say it
daggers
this
from
time.
his
At least I
eyes.
let him say it, and then I agreed with him. I didn't steal it. I just said, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. All right, next question. How old is too old for a girl to be a magical girl? Well, Julian already answered that question.
No, no,
But
no, no,
it was
no.
a magical woman.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
a difference.
Oh, there
You
was.
know.
True.
Yeah.
So there is a point when you stop being a magical girl.
Uh-huh.
You know.
You outgrow your sailor suit one day.
Oh Jesus Christ! I'm gonna break down.
What?
The ending to Kill la Kill.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh God.
Yeah.
Julian,
they
in
made the room
feels.
sad. Whoops.
So too old to be a magical girl. I think because Sailor Moon, they're in high school, right?
No, they're middle school, right?
Usagi Tsukino is like 14, dude,
Wait, really?
and she's trying to date fucking what's his
A
face in
21-year-old or
college.
whatever?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh man, Japan's a dangerous place.
I'm pretty sure she's 14.
I think once you're 21, when you can drink alcohol in Japan, you're too old to be a magical girl. That would be my benchmark. Can you drink alcohol, and do you drink alcohol? Because then you become a magical woman.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Probably like after high school or like after like when you like out in the adult world, you're an adult. You're not a girl anymore. You're
Yeah.
a woman. Like I guess like after 18, 19, definitely after 21.
Yeah.
But yeah, like during the teen, you're still a girl, I guess.
you can still be a magical girl.
14.
14's the
Wow.
14. Hard 14.
So a 17-year-old magical person is not a magical girl.
Not a magical girl.
I see.
At that point, you know, it could start earlier, but after 14, you're well beyond the process of becoming a woman.
I see. So scientifically,
You're growing up at that point. Not even scientifically. It's just like, you know,
So what about early bloomers?
you're probably still a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So any people under 14 might not fit the qualifications, but anyone above 14 does not fit the qualifications.
So you got like, if you became, it doesn't matter. That's
If you were a magical girl before, sorry, 14 is fine. If you're 14, you're okay.
uh-huh.
Once you're 15, no
more.
Unless you were a magical girl before that.
Okay. So if you
It
grew
carries
into-
over for a little bit.
Okay.
There's
okay,
a
that
grace
makes-
period.
That
But you
makes
can't be a
sense.
magical girl forever.
I
You
think-
cannot.
I think it's because I like that line of thinking because you got suckered in by whatever that little animal already as a little girl, and then the responsibility of saving the universe is always on your shoulders until it's not anymore. Until ultimately you end up sacrificing yourself usually.
So would a magical girl just age into a witch then?
Magical witches?
No, I
don't think
wouldn't
so?
say that. I wouldn't say that.
No.
Because I don't think
Especially not in Madoka.
because the term magical woman isn't.
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, it's not a thing. But I mean, like
Mahou Shoujo.
witches. Witches
Well,
is a thing.
What is a greater magic than bringing life into the world?
Destroying it.
That's not magic at all.
Really?
Pizza.
Because if matter can be created or destroyed.
All right. I'm sorry. All right. So
That was a good one.
I'm not gonna say it anymore because I was about to. All right. Next question. How copyrighted is the term henshin?
That was mine. I found that one.
I'm glad you're taking ownership of
I'm
that
going
one.
to say it's not.
I'm going to say it's also not copyrighted because
It's not. It's
the word change.
It's a
can't be
term, not
copyrighted.
Donald Trump hasn't got his hands on it yet.
I make the best henshins.
Whoa, you make the best Donald Trump impression.
No, I don't.
That was good.
What, my lips just being puckered up?
The way you were talking.
I know a lot of people that henshin.
See? He's
the
really
best,
good.
The best henshins of all time. Trust me. Believe me.
your eyes also goes really well with it too.
Isn't that riveting podcasting? The fact that you
Yeah,
guys can
I'm
see
not
these
even
things?
saying like the visuals. I'm saying like the way he's talking is really good.
It's very close.
That's a good one, Sigurd.
But yeah, you can't copyright.
Well,
a
you
phrase
can.
like that. Yeah. Can you?
Candy Crush tried to do it. Those people that owned it,
Well,
they tried to
they
copyright the
didn't-
word crush.
They didn't. No, they.
And
No,
Saga.
I think.
Oh, Saga. Yeah, that was another
I think
one.
no, the whole thing, like Candy Crush and Saga, like they try to
Each
copyright.
individual word. though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't do that. What are we supposed to
No,
call candy?
I think they tried, but they
Yeah,
failed.
they
right?
failed.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that was stupid of them to try.
I mean, you can try to copyright things, but
It won't work.
they won't like. No, that's too general. You can't
Yeah.
do that. You can't claim ownership of that.
Exactly. What do we call candy bars if you copyrighted the word candy?
Confectionery bars.
Bars.
Sugar bars.
You can drop bars. Brah, brah.
No, I'm not gonna trigger myself this time.
Get. Sorry. Next question. What happens to the lives of Japanese idols? They become gravure models. That's my answer. When they drop out of the idol phase, AKB is a clear indication of that.
Is
So
that
many
what
of
that
those,
one and done?
a lot of those girls end up becoming gravure models after they are done with their idol days.
So none of them ever like try to do the solo thing, like try to become like a solo artist.
Well,
or
even
anything?
solo
hard,
idols.
It's hard to become solo in Asia. Period. Unless you're Chinese, because
Well,
then
I
you
mean,
can be like.
I feel like it's easier when, especially when
Chow.
you're in the idol group, and because it happened all the time in America, where like it's a boy band, and then some of them drop out and like, oh, I'm just gonna do my own
When
thing,
was the last
and then
time that happened?
I can name one person that succeeded in that, and I can tell you plenty that have failed.
yeah, no, I mean they failed, but I mean
Justin Timberlake.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. In sync, like
He's the
he was
only
able to
one
get like
break
most of
away
his
from
followers
George
to follow
Michaels.
him still.
George Michael was not a part of the group.
He was a part of Wham.
He was.
Look at me with that Western folklore.
Yeah, I can't argue. I have no idea. I just know he made that saxophone song, Jitterbug, and one of my favorite Christmas songs.
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
I'm sure that's not a Christmas song.
Last
that's-
Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Oh my god. So is that a heart song?
They
is that,
only
is
play
that
it
a
during-
song about heart surgery?
I only hear
Because he took
this-
out his heart and gave it to her?
I only hear this song during Christmas time.
Listen, Sigurd,
Mm-hmm.
people are dumb.
do you believe that Die Hard is a Christmas movie or no?
No.
Even though they reference Christmas all the time.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's a Christmas movie? My grandma got run over by a reindeer.
You know what else is a Christmas movie?
The Elf on the Shelf.
Elf. Just Elf.
Yeah. Those are movies where Christmas is the focal point.
My sister's favorite Christmas movie is Elf, and I'm disappointed.
Oh
in
boy,
her.
I can't wait to hear these comment. Blasting Julian wrong.
Yeah.
You can try and blast me.
Die
I'll
Hard
blast
is
you
a
right
Christmas
back.
movie. That's my stance.
Whatever, dude. I
But
feel like
back-
Die Hard
what
was
was
a
the
movie about
question again?
terrorism, but okay.
We were in the
Oh, yeah,
to
what
lives of
happened- what-
Japanese idols.
They marry sugar daddies, and then they get used up, and then they're abandoned, and they become crack whores or something. I don't
that
know.
seems terrible. Why?
I-
there has to be a better life because
Well,
a
yeah,
lot
but
of
I
those
would-
are
I
stuff
would assume they either try to do a solo debut, or like I guess they can be models, or they go to live normal lives or something.
Maybe they go and sell their panties to people.
Oh God.
Do they do
Maybe when they're young, like they
Please.
stockpile, they keep on selling
oh
panties
my God,
and building
that's
up a
so
fortune,
gross.
and they just retire.
No.
That's not your
do
fetish?
they make enough
That's my
to like
fetish.
yeah
Oh, you heard that, guys. If you want to make Julian happy, apparently you could do that for him.
Do they
Well, it
make
has to
enough
be, you
money
know-
to retire? Like,
I would think so, but
Well,
the
yeah, that's
agency
something
does
like-
keep a large cut, I would believe.
true, but I mean, they should get paid something. But I guess like, is it enough for them to like they kind of live out the days to retired?
Who knows?
Or no?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Because I can't really see them being like an office assistant or something like that.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Narnia or Indiana Jones? Which one is better? Which one should I go see? That's a dated question for sure.
All right, I need a stipulation here.
Uh-huh.
Which Indiana Jones are we talking about?
Whatever Indiana Jones was probably out at the same time as Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Crystal Skull?
I'm thinking that has to be the one.
Well, no, there was a really old version of Narnia. Like,
Yeah, there was like a cartoon version. I saw that. In
no, it
school.
wasn't a cartoon. It was actually live action. I watched it as a kid. I think it scared me as a kid.
Jesus Lion scared you?
I think it was a witch.
The witch scared you?
Or her minions. I can't remember, but
think you're
I
thinking
do
The
remember
Wizard of
watching a
Oz.
live action one because I did remember one of the Burglar being an absolute like
Jerk.
jerk, yeah, and he went over to the witch side because she was like, "Oh yeah, I could give you candies and stuff if you betrayed your family." And he was like, "Yeah, awesome." And then she was like, "Oh, here's some dog food." He was like, "I don't want this," and he was like, "Well, too bad." And I'm like, serve you right.
I see.
So I'm pretty sure there's a really old movie that probably lined up with Indiana Jones. So I mean, you could go with either one.
Cool.
Let's
Which
just-
Indiana Jones movie?
Let's just take the
The
whole
good one.
spectrum. Would you rather watch any Narnia movie or would you watch any Indiana Jones movie?
For me, I'll watch Indiana Jones over Narnia. I wasn't a huge fan when it came out. Like, I remember reading the books, and I guess that first movie. I don't think I watched the sequels, like the newer sequels.
Julian?
As an anti-white supremacist, I wouldn't watch either.
You wouldn't
I would watch Mahou Shoujo Naria girls.
Oh, that hurt.
Wow. Wow, people are going to love you after this podcast.
as a connoisseur of different entertainment and knowing history, I'd watch Indiana Jones, specifically the second one, where they eat chilled monkey brain. We also get Kali Ma and Shorty.
I like
existed.
that one.
Exactly.
I'll go for that one.
Dr. Jones. You
Wow,
cheat
quick
Dr.
switch.
Jones. Which I don't know if it's true or not, but people did say that Shorty is Glenn right now.
Yeah, no, I
if
think,
that's true or not.
Not anymore.
Okay, well, yeah, not anymore. Spoilers. Stephen Yoon, go back. But yeah.
He also played the guy on Lost.
No, he didn't.
You liar. I'm like,
That guy's on Miami Vice now. Which is a show,
coming from a
apparently.
guy that never watched TV,
Good
making
to
up
be
lies.
a fraud.
You know what makes me laugh about that show, Miami Vice, the new one?
I have no clue what that is.
So Miami Vice was a very popular 80s TV show where
Oh, now I remember.
that Hispanic guy that's like super famous. He was on an episode of, I think, Malcolm in the Middle. I can't remember. Either ways, they were in Miami. They wore aviators and they had thick shoulder suit pads and they were cops.
Sure, you're not thinking of Chips?
Oh, the actor that I'm thinking of is also from Chips, though. So you know the actor I'm talking about. You just don't know the show, I guess. I guess. But yeah, the current one has a white guy and that guy from Lost. And my favorite thing is that whenever they needed to search for something, they would say, "Bing it," because they were really pushing Bing at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. With that, guys. Oh, well, wow, that's a terrible question. That's literally our last segment.
Oh, was it? What was it again? Like, what's a good one?
You'll find out when we get to that segment.
Look, I had trouble finding a fourth question. I'm like, anytime I type up anything, that's all that came up. Like, what's like that's the same question keep popping up. I'm like, fine, I'll choose you.
I see. Well, speaking of that segment, if I'm not forgetting anything, this is the part of the podcast where we recommend a good anime that we enjoy watching that's hopefully related to the one that we watched. So Wall's last question that he found on Yahoo Answers was, "What's a good magical girl anime?"
I'm telling you, that's all that pops up when
I
you
have
type
to
in
pee.
magical girl.
Yeah, this part of the podcast, we recommend an anime that's hopefully similar to the genre that we just watched. And yeah, so here's our recommendations. I wanted to toss it to Julian, but I'm going to toss it to you, Wall. Why don't you go first?
Oh, okay. Honestly, you can't go wrong with the classic. Like Sailor Moon is a really good one. Sometimes I see random clip, and the jokes are really, really original, really funny. Also, I have watched Face State Ilia, the magical one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's
Lollybait?
that's like. Yeah,
As soon as I said that, you slowed down so fast.
it's funny. It's the actions are really good, but yeah, they try to bait you really hard.
They try to
Like,
bait you really
my
hard.
God, I feel like I'm on a government watch list from watching it, but it's funny.
I see.
They
You know,
try-
I'm gonna be. I watch it too. So
I know you
what
do.
mean.
Like,
What do you mean? You know I do.
I know you watch it, but I mean it's still a good magical girl anime. Like
Yeah,
it's
actually pretty
like
good.
it acknowledges the trope, but it still does it in a pretty good way.
Mm-hmm. And she's OP on Fate Grand Order because I got her, and it's awesome. I don't know if you play Fate Grand Order.
I do not.
FGO community shout outs. Anyways, so Ilia and
Sailor Moon. Like you can't go wrong with the classic, and maybe something a little newer.
For Sailor Moon, would you go with the new Crystal one, or would you go back to the 90s?
Going back to the 90s.
Yeah?
Running it in the 90s.
I see. All right.
Like I tried watching Crystal. Crystal was it was really different for me, but I mean, I really liked that 91 more.
All right, Julian. What about you?
Winx Club.
I like how you immediately laughed at yourself for saying that.
I was
Wall. I didn't laugh.
No, you totally.
If
Don't lie to my
guys,
face.
if you guys can judge us, send your emails to daijoku@gmail.com.
Let us know if Julian left or not.
I saw that on Yahoo Answer where it says is Wing Club a magical girl anime? I was gonna put that on the docket, but I was like, nah, I don't think people know what that is.
Wings Club people totally know what Wings Club
Yeah,
is.
dude.
Man.
It's one of America's finest animes.
All right, so Wings Club.
Winx Club.
Why? Explain the plot. Let people know what it's about so they can get
I
interested in watching.
honestly don't know what it's about.
It's
I thought
about
it was fairies.
fairies.
Is it fairies?
Yeah, and they transform into super fairies.
But are they magical girls?
Yeah.
Julian's recommendation is fine, but you have to sell it.
You can't
Yeah.
take trollers and just say like
just
It's
say
got,
Winx
it's
Club.
got really good art and plot. And I have to get up 7 minutes into each episode.
why did you say that? Why did you say plot instead of plot?
Because it's plot.
Huh. I feel like you're implying something.
I'm implying that there's plot.
All right, so I'm gonna take over here.
Okay.
No, let's talk about plot.
No, I'm okay. That could be another topic for another day. All right, so my recommendations. I'm gonna go back in time just a little bit, not into the 90s, but
Bite the dust.
I think
Kira Queen, Daisan no Bakudan, bites the dusto.
that was good. That was
hurt
good.
so much in my ear. Anyways,
It should. It's in your eye.
so
Kochi o miro.
Jojo. So God, I'm thrown off now.
Throwing it into the past or throwing it.
Yeah, going back in time. I think the magical girl anime that kind of made a revitalization from what Sailor Moon was. Like everyone considered that the benchmark. We went into maybe, has it been like 6 years or so? I don't know. Mahou whatever, Madoka, whatever you call that
Really?
one.
Not Puella Mayoga?
What?
Was that even English?
It
I
definitely
can't
wasn't.
tell.
You just went into like baby talk there.
No, my
I think you had a
my
stroke.
mouth got weak trying to say it. I lost the fight.
Mouth weak, arm spaghetti.
But since Madoka came out, a lot of people have been saying that the magical girl anime genre has been pretty stagnant and following Madoka's formula of like what should be a happy-go-lucky girl anime becomes very dark. in a
Tokyo
sense.
Mew Mew.
Tokyo Mew Mew was a magical girl anime. Good job, Julian. And my second recommendation, I haven't personally seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of good things. This was during the hype of Yuri on Ice, where it swept basically the nation.
What nation?
Yeah,
The
The
United
ice-
States nation. But
a lot of the ice skating from like Russia and all them really like Yuri on Ice.
and a lot of Americans liked Yuri on Ice too. Actually, some of our future Olympians like watched it. So
What do you mean some of our future Olympians? How do you know that?
because they were past people that are competing right now to be in the circuit for the Olympics, and then
It's
they
not
So
like
some
tweeted-
of our current Olympians.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay. I
Well,
thought
that's
you
what I
could see
meant.
the
The
future.
Olympics haven't happened yet, but they know who's probably going to be in the Olympics.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise like they do it last day or last minute. And they're
Like Michael Phelps when he was training for the Olympics, then just go, oh, okay, yeah, Olympics
Hey,
tomorrow,
tall
guys.
guy.
I'm in.
tall guy, put down that blood. We need you to swim.
Put down your Subway endorsement too. But what I was trying to say is the anime was called Flip Flappers. Flip Flappers.
Oh, flip
yeah.
floppers or flip?
It says flappers. From
I've heard of
what I'm reading.
I
Yeah,
heard
a
about
lot
that.
of-
I heard good thing about
I've
that
heard
one.
nothing
too.
about it. I just heard of it.
I heard that
I see a lot of gifs and it looks really good.
it looked, yeah, the art's supposed to be pretty great, and from what I heard, it doesn't. It's doing something different from Madoka, but still taking it to a serious tone like Madoka. So
I guess I
would
have
say
seen
give
that.
it a try. I'm actually probably going to watch it in my free time.
Yeah. I guess ever since Madoka came out, they have been doing the magical girl, but in a like dark setting, like a natural like.
Like who?
Well,
Forgive
this-
me, I don't watch magical.
I don't
Girls.
watch Magical Girl
Except
animes
Wings
either.
Club.
I kind of felt that. I kind of
That's
felt
what
that
you
in Naria Girls,
I never
where, like towards in the middle, they kind of had a dark, like, oh no, like.
The monster's making my grandma die. No, she was just old.
Oh no, my friend
Oh, no.
sacrificed
This is
myself
just
or
life.
herself.
But
This is real.
I felt like Fate Stay Ilia kind of had that feeling too, where like it's magical girl, but they kind of had a dark setting too, a little bit.
a very tiny bit.
But I mean, like they switch off from being serious to going back to comical like fight stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our recommendations, guys. We're gonna be closing out here. Again, I want to thank you guys for listening for 5 episodes already. This has been a pretty strong passion project for myself as a lover of podcasts and a lover of anime.
Yeah, it's all 5 of you guys. You guys are great.
Shout outs to you guys.
Damn, are we aiming high?
But but I'm
Maybe soon we'll hit double digits.
Maybe soon we'll hit single digits.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. That wasn't
Can't wait to hit
sarcasm.
double digit. -10. That's not what I meant.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for
Reddit
listening. You guys are definitely the people that we hope to cater to. Since this is going to be past episode 5, I really look forward to hearing from you guys. And if it takes months before someone finally writes us, that's absolutely okay. We're going
Yahoo
to
Answers will
Months
be
to
here
get you these
forever.
podcasts anyway, so equivalent exchange.
an exchange. We're going to try to be a bi-weekly podcast. So that's probably where we're going to start out.
Did you just assume my weakliness?
Yes, I did. It's a bi-weekly, like a
How
binary.
dare you?
I'm sorry, but yeah, we're gonna try to go for a bi-weekly podcast, and sometimes life will probably hit us, but we're gonna try to keep ahead of the list a little bit. So your emails might not be read, from the previous week that you sent. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't English there, but it probably won't be read
Caught the law.
immediate. But we'll do our best to try to make it as current as possible.
If anything, probably follow us on like social media, like Twitter and stuff, and we'll try to update you.
Yeah,
on
you know,
these
we can-
situations.
we can reply to your email if it's a dire question that needs to be needed or something. We'll also be on
I
Twitter.
probably won't give you a kidney transplant. I won't. I'm not gonna help with that.
There's going to be some money involved in that.
No. I need to save it for someone I like.
Oh, I see. Like me?
Probably. I don't know.
You don't know? We'd have to be a match first. And I got that glare again. Riveting radio. So
I'm thinking.
So some channels to hit us up on. You can email us at daijocrew@gmail.com.
You had it right the first time, I think.
Yeah, I said at daijocrew@gmail.com.
Well, I mean, that's could be.
Wait, what was that?
daijocrew@gmail.com.
What was our Twitter again?
Hey! I don't know how to spell the email yet.
Yeah,
you need to
gotta
calm
spell
down
the
there,
email.
Mr. Hot Rocket.
DAIJOUCREW@gmail.com. It's spelled exactly like how you'll hopefully find us on whatever place you downloaded us from. I don't think we're going to have a website for a while. If there is a platform that you guys would like to reach us on, email will probably be the best way. Maybe we'll make a Tumblr account. That's a pretty simple way to handle certain like avenues of traffic. We do have a Twitter as well, which is just at daijocrew. And then there's our personal Twitters so that you can tweet me pictures of your favorite magical girls.
Or dogs on motorcycles.
Or dogs on motorcycles. But
Or a picture of Amazon or Yahoo Answers.
no, you can do that too. I'm at SilphVGC. Silph spelled SILPH, like the Silph scope from Pokemon.
They don't
VGC
use
stands
the
for
Y.
Video Game Championship. I use that because that's kind of my handle for Pokemon tournament stuff. If you think that I can help you with Pokemon things, I don't mind answering your questions. I'll probably refer to
Loud
my
scoff.
mentor when it comes to that, but that's enemy Statsa.
You're the middleman. They ask you, and then you ask
Well, I'm
him,
learning
and
myself
then you reply
too.
back to them.
Yeah. I like talking about esports. If you guys see my feed, you can probably see a lot of TSM, and yeah. So that's where you can reach me. Where could they reach you, Wah?
Yeah. So my Twitter is at DJC_Wasome. That's DJC_HOASOME. Like I said, Wasome was already taken by someone in Vietnam. So
They beat you to it.
yeah, we're going to probably have to get used to that when we get famous. When we have to get new social media, someone's going to take our things.
Wait, so is DJ because you're going to be breaking into the music industry?
No, DJC,
Daijocrew?
Daijocrew.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't want to type out the whole thing, but
Uh-huh.
so I was like DJC. I'm like, that sounds clean. We are the DJCs.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't want to put DJ because that sounds like I am in
Carl's Jr.
music. So that's why I made sure I put the C in there.
And what do you want to see in your Twitter?
Like yeah, you can probably follow me for updates on our podcast, or I might if I think I have like 2 followers somehow.
Hey, good job.
One was I think a previous classmate, and one might be a bot. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, if I get more followers, you could probably see my daily life, but mostly probably to be podcast related stuff, the Daijocrew stuff for now.
I heard that you were getting into streaming. Is that true?
I thought about it. If I can get it set up, I might. So you could probably see posts on that as well.
Cool. And Julian, where can they reach you at?
I don't know.
You could just message him.
I'm kind of a hermit.
Yeah, that's true. You have the beard going on you, Luke, much like Luke Skywalker at the end of A New Hope. Well, not A New Hope, whatever the latest movie was called.
Okay, just tweet at Daijocrew, and I'm
then
sure
put
one of
specifically
these two
Julian.
will,
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah, so we'll try to get Julian to come up with some kind of way to contact him. But things you can show Julian are your Dark Knight on Final Fantasy 14.
I don't want to see it because it's probably weak, and unless
See,
you're
yeah,
strong, I'm
you
not
can-
impressed.
You can show him. You can show him your strength.
Probably not. If you're stronger than me, you probably won't want to talk to me.
That's pretty good, Julian. That's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna say that's the
That's
end of
pretty
our
good,
show.
Julian.
Thanks so much for
My
listening.
boon
guys.
companions.
Yeah, I didn't introduce you as my boon companions this
You
time.
didn't. Not last
Sorry.
one either.
Maybe next time.
Maybe
Stick
next
to the script, Sigurd.
on
The Wings Club.
Daijocrew.
Ooh, oh, I didn't expect the episode to end so soon. I'm the producer, Jelly Sound, and when I was handed the podcast about Narnia girls, I assumed it was going to be a classic twist on a C.S. Lewis tale. boy was I wrong. If you want to get in contact with the Daijo crew, please hit them up on all of the social medias and email addresses they just listed for you about 5 minutes ago. Tell the Daijo crew if you liked their new theme song for this episode. If you didn't notice that this episode had a different theme song, go back to the beginning and give it a listen. Then go back to a previous episode and give it a listen. See if I'm telling the truth. I could be pulling your leg. Anyway, that's all for this week. Tune in next time.